when it comes to classic horror, there's nothing quite like watching those classics the old-fashioned way. In this day and age, it's practically impossible to do that. And why would you, when you can have it in 1080p HD on a 50-inch TV with surround sound? I guess it's something that only those who love classic cinema understand. Why am I bringing this up, you may ask? It's because I have experienced, at least in my generation, a once-in-a-lifetime event. On a cold October evening, I watched The Phantom of the Opera starring Lon Chaney Sr. from 1925 on a good old-fashioned 16mm projector in the original 18 frames per second. Think that's awesome? I got more for you. Before I saw The Phantom of the Opera, I saw a horror piece that's over 100 years old called Le Spectre Rouge, or The Red Spectre. What made it even more special was that it was in color. Now keep in mind, this short film was made in 1907, so color film didn't exist. But there was a technique to paint the actual film to give it at least one color other than black and white. In the case of The Red Spectre, it was red, and boy does it ever make it creepier. But here's the clincher. This had to be done by hand, frame by frame. And if the film was 13 minutes long at 18 frames per second, so that means 350 feet of film, which equates to 14,000 frames.
Fuck me! I'm scared to know how many of those were made.
Of course, in the audience, people were laughing at the acting and I wanted to hit them. It was made in the silent era, so exaggeration was needed to get the message across. For someone like me, I find these old films creepy that they have no sound. The lack of sound combined with imagery, in this case a satanic mage, is just so unnerving to me. My eyes were fixated on the screen and it was probably one of the most eerie 13 minutes I've ever experienced. It really didn't help either that there was a pianist playing the whole time no more than 10 feet away from me, my girlfriend, and her friends. Oh, did I forget to mention that? There was a pianist, a double bassist, and an opera singer who played during The Red Spectre and The Phantom of the Opera. Now that is awesome, right? Even more so when the rafters of the old Protestant church we were watching it in would shake from the organ, really making the experience creepier and creepier. Watching The Phantom of the Opera takes you to a different time. Well, it does if you let it. There was an annoying amount of people laughing at certain times of the film as they found the overacting funny. Now it really is a bit uptight for me to be annoyed at their reactions and probably even more so to say that they were disrespectful, but come on, it's not that funny. When you do let it sweep you away, you seem to forget where you are and when you are. I'm not sure about my girlfriend and the others, but I felt as if I was in one of those seats at the opera watching this all unfold. I have no idea if this was the clever plan of the director or just my own experience, but it really kept me on edge. My heart would pound a little harder and a little faster as the night went on, and by the climatic end with Vicomte and Les Deux go to rescue Christine, my heart was about to explode out of my chest. Lon Chaney Sr.'s performance as the Phantom is as amazing as it ever was, creepy and captivating. His facial expressions are so filled with emotion you can't look away. When he laughs like a maniac as he grabs onto Christine's face, and when he tricks the anger mob right before they kill him, is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. You believe he's truly insane, which only makes you fear him even more. It really goes to show that Lon Chaney Sr. did earn his name as a man of 1,000 faces. When I watched the film, I couldn't help but feel sad. Partly was due to the Phantom's story, as is a sad one, but this was one of Lon Chaney Sr.'s final appearances on screen. Never again would he grace us with his madness and charm on the silver screen, and nor will we hear him give a voice to his madness as he died in 1930, a mere 5 years after the Phantom. His death is a perfect definition of irony, as he died from a throat hemorrhage just as sound was made possible for films. The legend of silent film died with silent film. Maybe more of a fitting death than an ironic one. At the same time, it doesn't help that one of his greatest performances has never been seen. London After Midnight has Chaney as a vampire-like creature out for revenge, and is considered to be one of the greatest lost films of all time. Still, his son Lon Chaney Jr. gave us cinema gold as his performance as the Wolfman. All in all, that was one of the greatest nights of my life. I would like to thank my love Cynthia for inviting me, for it was a night I will never forget. Also, I would like to thank the unknown Phantom for gracing us with his presence, a true tribute to Lon Chaney Sr.'s own performance. And I would like to say I couldn't help but smile at the organizers for pulling a classic gimmick. They gave us reproduced copies of the original program from 1925 edited with the correct info, and even had the original ad on the back to where you can own your own film projector. But the gimmick I am referring to is the old Universal Monster mystery, where everyone is credited but the monster is not. Just a question mark is there. So whoever you may be, Phantom, you did a wonderful job. Even if every fucker took their phones out to take pictures. Anyways guys, this is the Dragon of the Eastblu saying sail on. Thank you for watching my Halloween special, and close your eyes and let the music set you free.